You need this ETF now. This ETF is absolutely amazing. It's a fantastic future-looking ETF. So let's get down. Let's check it out. The ETF that we are talking about today is the ARK, Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF. It's ARKQ on the stock market. Let's get down. Let's check it out. And let's see why I think that this could run huge over the next 5 to 10 years. So first off, the expense ratio is absolutely huge considering what type of an ETF it is. It is a Cathie Wood ETF, but it is 0.75%. Next, it doesn't have a yield. So if you are a dividend investor like myself, then this may not be the ETF for you. However, if you are also liking to have a growth segment of your portfolio, then ARKQ may be a fantastic choice. It does trade on average around 360,000 shares per day, and its 52-week range has ranged between $52 and $101, currently sitting at $78. So it seems like it's a good time to potentially buy this ETF. Just like anything that goes through the roof, there's going to be a pullback. However, it is starting to look like a little bit of a flag and potentially could run in a bit from here. However, as we can see, it does have some nice growth over this time. We've seen it hit roughly around $20, reach up to $100, and now sitting at around $80. So from there, we can see that in a 5-year span, it's gone from about $20 to $80. That's a 4x multiple. And of course, that is fantastic if you're looking for growth. However, out of the 4 years, it basically only doubled in 4 years. And then from the year ago, roughly, to now, it's just absolutely gone crazy. Now, even though it doesn't pay a dividend, it does occasionally pay a dividend. December 2020, December 2018, 2017, and 2015, it paid a dividend. However, don't bank on this to pay a dividend, just take it as a bonus when it comes. Now, some of these holdings, in my opinion, are better than others. For example, Google, I'm not too sure how it's a robotics company or an autonomous company. However, Google does invest in companies that are trying to create self-driving cars, and also they have AI. UiPath is an autonomous company. It has autonomous software to do things for people, and just overall fantastic choices. But we're going to look at the top 3, Tesla being one of the most promising names on this list, and it does have close to an 11% holding on here. So why is Tesla so amazing? Of course, they've got cars. They have the Model S, Model 3, Model X, Model Y. They have the solar roof. They have solar panels. And something I have been saying forever is Tesla is not just a car company, and they just recently proved it with Dojo, the computer they're building, plus that Tesla bot. Between those two, I think that I am just keep on saying this over and over again. It's not a car company. It is a tech company. It is an autonomous artificial intelligence company. Let me explain that. So they have artificial intelligence for the cars. They have artificial intelligence for their power distribution part of the company when it comes to the utilities, when it comes to the batteries, when it comes to your house. They have the artificial intelligence there. Next is their solar panels and solar roofs that connect everything together for power. And then they have Dojo, the computer that is they're currently building to test the artificial intelligence in their cars, but also in their Tesla bot that they are creating. But also something that nobody is talking about is the fact that if you're a gaming company right now, for example, Grand Theft Auto, we see those cars going around the screen randomly. Well, what happens if now they can have maybe a gaming company off shooting from Dojo so that they can train an artificial intelligence inside that game to react to what you're doing in game. So for example, a football game like Madden could use that Dojo computer to be able to simulate different options inside that game, whether it be from players running, players' decisions when they are running with the football, or what about basketball? They could use that computer to simulate how a player could run in the game so that now that game becomes more realistic and could even react to what you are doing as a player. Nobody's talking about that, but that is a potential outcome for that computer as well. And then, of course, the Tesla bot that is just absolutely crazy. The ability to basically never have to do physical work ever again in probably 10 to 15 years seems to be pretty interesting. And they are also on a massive hiring spree when it comes to artificial intelligence and autopilot for their hardware, for their neural networks, for their autonomous algorithms, for their code foundations, for their evolution infrastructure, and of course, for the one and the only Tesla bot. And guess what? You can apply for a job there as well. Tesla.com/AI. Their stock price has done not that great recently. However, it's back above 680, which is good. It was above 700 very recently. And its average share volume is crazy at 22 million shares traded per day. Look at this growth. It's absolutely insane. You're looking at something obviously post-split, under $50 a share, now exploding past 800 and currently sitting somewhere around that 700 range. You're looking at something that is going to continue to have just massive, massive growth. I also really want to point out their financials. Even though they are investing heavily in research and development, we can see that their revenue is going up every single year, and their earnings in 2020 was the first year to be positive. They have blown out 3 out of the 4 quarters. Of course, they did miss quarter 4 of 2020, but overall, fantastic company. JD.com is number 2 on that list, and it does trade at 11 million shares per day. Again, there is no dividend on this stock either. They have beat 4 out of the last quarters. Their revenues are also increasing every single year, same as their earnings. And I really want to point this out to people who may not understand, but revenue is king. And what I mean by that is if you can get the revenue coming in, guess what? You can essentially, as a business, flick a switch and say, bang, we're going to make money this year. We can look at Amazon as an example of that. If you're wondering what JD.com is, it's a Chinese company. It's focused on e-commerce mostly. And of course, they sell a lot of different stuff when it comes to pharmaceuticals, food, things like that. But they are apparently investing in a lot of autonomous technology as well. Next is Kratos Defense and Security Solutions Company. This one is, of course, a military company, and the average volume is around 1 million shares traded per day. Again, no dividend in this name either. However, when it comes to earnings, it has beat 3 out of the last 4 quarters, and because it's a defense contractor, I would also assume that with everything that's going on in the Middle East right now, the earnings are going to go through the roof as well. Revenue has also gone up, and also earnings were massive last year as well. So what does Kratos do? Well, it operates as a government contractor, yep, one of those guys, for the United States Department of Defense. The company operates through 2 segments, Kratos Government Solutions and Unmanned Systems. The Kratos Government Solutions segment offers microwave, electronic products, space training, and cybersecurity warfare, satellite communications, and much more. The Unmanned Systems segment provides unmanned aerial systems and unmanned ground and seaborne systems. It serves national security related agencies, the Department of Defense, intelligence agencies, and classified agencies, as well as international government agencies and domestic and international commercial customers. So basically a very dangerous company, and it seems very interesting as well to invest in companies like that, even though they're one of those military contractors who, in theory, and of course a lot of people say, are behind a lot of the wars in the world. The technology is kind of cool, and I'm a tech head, I'm a geek, I like technology, and it's just really interesting. A lot of this military technology eventually gets siphoned off into the public, so this is just overall very interesting to me. Anyways, that's my thought on this ETF. If you've enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure to do your own research first. Never trust a random person on YouTube, and I'll see you guys again next time.